to be honest, I think there's nothing what can replace such events. I think it's very, very important to meet in person. You can do a lot of things online. You can do efficiency. You can check in on projects, but this kind of ideation exchange with people, this just happens at events.
Well, I do think it is important that we get together and commune to discuss some of the key issues that affect the industries that we're involved in and that we're all stakeholders with. I think overall people like to understand what other people are thinking, the challenges that they see, how they're dealing with them, how they're developing the solutions to it. And I think people like to understand, how other people are engaging and what they can learn from them. Understand maybe that they're on the right path, they're doing the right things. People feel like they're acting in the right way. And just getting that feeling of consensus around issues, I think, is most easily done physically. And I think conferences like this on a physical basis rather than virtual are very important to do that.
Often at these sort of events, it's quite landlord-focused agenda and those that own the property. So it was great to start with a discussion around what actually matters for the occupiers, the people that are fundamentally paying the rent. I guess what do we talk about? Some of the main chat. How do you really manage that relationship between landlords and tenants, and how can, from an occupier perspective, we get more flexibility, while from a landlord's perspective, protecting the end value, and also actually from a local authority perspective, how do we make the planning system easier and more effective? It's getting ever more bureaucratic and difficult for businesses to invest in new sites as well.
Today we've been talking about what the problems are in our industry, but also what the solutions should be. We've been talking about also all the parties involved and the collaboration that needs to happen in order for problems to find solutions.
I hope things like this, events like this, aren't just about greenwashing. There is a lot of talk, but we're at that critical point now where we have to start doing something. We have to start reporting. A lot of people are saying that they're going to be doing stuff, they're making fantastic declarations, and that is the starting point. We've got to start somewhere, but we have to now start reporting on that, and organisations, developers are being asked to unpick what they're stating and demonstrate and be very transparent about how they are going to be dealing with the ESG goals that they're setting or climate change targets that they're reducing.
If there are problems, there are always solutions. It's a matter of priorities. So the topic that we've been discussing over the past hour and a half on a panel was regarding net zero and decarbonizing portfolios. It's certainly a problem that has existed for a very long period of time. Just the moment has arrived that this is top priority for a lot of players in the industry, which is why we are seeing this topic at many conferences, including this one. And finally, there is enough efforts from all the parties involved in order to look for the actual solutions.
Listening to the sessions today and where are the industrial logistics, it will continue to function because it has to. It underpins everything we do, so it will continue to function. What that means for occupiers, tenants and landlords, it will mean, I guess, positive and negative for each of those different sectors. I mean, we heard recently about the likely increase in rental growth for urban logistics, and you can kind of see that coming because people need that space, but it's not readily available. I mean, you can always try to be optimistic, and like I said, the industry will continue to function, it will continue to serve our purposes, it will continue to give us everything we need on a daily basis. It just might not happen to the best of its ability right now.
All we do know right now is that obviously the industrial and logistics sector is booming. The pandemic, although has damaged other sectors, has obviously been hugely beneficial to the industrial and logistics sector. And actually the rents are huge at the moment. So there's huge potential investment at the moment into renewables and kind of ESG strategy in buildings. So I think we have to continue. The regulation and policy is not going to be dumbed down. The realisation that climate change is happening is real. We have to address it, so we've just got to keep trailblazing, I think, and there's a huge opportunity in our sector to do that.